Harris. I'm one of the seniors here, obviously, because I am having to do senior projects. But for my senior project, I am in the honors faith and culture, so that's why I'm doing this video presentation. But I'm not doing a tabletop. I'm not doing a big presentation, but I'm in the honors faith and culture, so I'm able to present to you all, which is amazing. And Arabic, it is a very heavy-duty language, and so. Why Arabic? Because it does seem like a bunch of kind of like a random option, but like I don't know why. I just kind of got this like inclination that there are so many people at my church actually who speak Arabic, and my teacher Nermeen, she's actually somebody who goes to my church, so she has been so kind and just like offering me lessons, and so I like to learn. So I'm like, hey, why not? Might as well learn Arabic for free while I can by people who I know I love. And so my Arabic journey started before senior projects. The past summer, so summer of 2022, me and Nermeen started to meet in our homes, and so that's pictures of us just going through the alphabet. You can see of how they even have a different like line system of how when you write on a sheet of paper, like when you were just like in kindergarten for America, you have the solid line, the dotted line, and then the solid line again. Arabic, you have 4 different lines, so we would spend lots of time even just learning, okay, how do you even write it properly? And but of course, like our lives kind of got busy, and so that's why I'm so excited that I was able to actually jump onto learning Arabic again for my senior project, because I wanted to dedicate more time to it. And I think that it's like really cool that I also have like a passion for just like the Bible, and I want to go to Israel. And so my main goal is to be able to actually, of course, read and write and speak, but if I could go to Israel and then evangelize to people in their own language, I think that'll do something that just like regular evangelism couldn't do. So our lessons, we would like meet at church in our homes, and a lot of times over FaceTime. It is kind of like rough, but we make it work by just like downloading PDFs and then just going through it together. My teacher, she teaches me the history and the format of the Arabic language. So when I first started, I thought, oh, it'll just be an easy repeat after me. No, it is not, and I'm so thankful that she isn't just taking the easy way out of like, okay, this is how you say hello, but she's teaching me like everything. She's teaching me the roots of like the origins of the words. She's teaching me the differences, but like of how like Egyptians say certain letters versus just like people all across the other Middle East countries, and even how there's like certain writing styles that are just more classical that you don't even use today. And so I'm very thankful that she's teaching me everything. So we would use textbooks and different videos for homework and for our lessons, so that way I can like be educated and then actually have like textbooks and pages that I can look at when I'm doing my homework. So examples of what I learned. So an example of this is that first I learned about origins. Now I'm gonna try to explain this as well as Nermeen did to me, but at every Arabic word, the root and the origin of the word is always 3 letters. Sometimes you will find it so that way it's like, I think that there's a word where it's like M and then N, where it's just like, and you would think, oh, that's only 2 letters, but really, or no, it's N and then M, and you would think like, oh, that's only 2 words, like 2 letters. I thought that you said the root of the origin was 3 letters, but actually you will only find it to be 2 letters when there is like a shadda and it repeats itself. So it would be like an N, and then the M will have the movement that will explain, okay, this letter is doubled, but we don't want to write the letter twice, so we just give it the movement explaining that it is doubled. Mm-hmm. So for example, like this is tasharrafna, and it is derived from the origin of the word sharafa. So tasharrafna, that's when you're greeting somebody, and then it's like saying like, I'm honored to meet you. And sharafa, that is the real origin word that means honored. So you can like see how, or just honor. So you see how like I'm honored is derived from honor. The movements I was talking about. So these are the different accents and like that give the vowels kind of like, for me, gives them the meaning. Like when I look at these different letters, I don't want to just say like, do I say ta or t or tu? These tell you what to say and how to pronounce them. So this is fatha, it gives it the pronunciation. This is dhamma, it gives it an u pronunciation. This is kasra, it gives it an e pronunciation. This is sukun, so that it is silent. So for like, I can think of it of the letter of like arba'a, that means the number 4, of how like the for the R, I didn't see R, ra, ba, that's because it had the sukoon, so it was like silent and it kind of just absorbed the movement that was before it. And there are also these movements called like shada and tenween. So shada is when it is like doubled. So these are the doubling things I was talking about. Can I write on the board? So you can't really see it, but shada, it looks like this. It is, so let's say that you have the Arabic letter ba. So shada above it, that is like saying it how it's like twice. So you might like have, you know, ar, ba, a. That means the letter 4 again. So you have the accent, you have it of fatha, so that's R, but this is silent. Ba, but then it also has this consonant called it took me forever to be able to say that. It's not I, it's not A, it's like literally. That's what it is. And me being the whitest person ever, I'm like, oh man, I can't do that. The R, so you see how there are these different accents that like complement each other, and that's what and that doesn't have the shadda, but it's like it'll be like a doubling of that word. Like there's gonna be this word right here, like etinu, you know, like you like double the accent of that word. And then there's something that is less kind of used today, and it's called tenween, where it's at the end of the word. Depending on the placement of the word in the sentence, it'll either give it the ending of an, un, or in. But again, that's more classical. You don't really say it in modern times. You just kind of like have it like in formal writings and everything. And of course, sukoon doesn't have these endings because it's silent. So you can't have double silent. You know, that doesn't make any sense. So the vowels, we only have 3 vowels in the Arabic language. It's a, u, and e. And this is, you thought it was complicated, but there is this movement called hamza that is usually just found on the e, but you can actually find it on the other letters. So u, like when the hamza is directly on the u letter, that's like when it gives it its like u pronunciation. But again, it all depends on the placement in the placement of the letter in the actual word. And then for e, it gives it this like more just kind of like defined E sound, but it actually takes away the dots. Oh man, it didn't do it. Sometimes it auto corrects, but when like for the word like fati, that means young man. And usually when you put the hamza on the E, it takes away these dots. And so there are just like lots of different accents, lots of different movements. It's a very complicated language, but in each word there's only 1 vowel. And if there are 2 vowels, how you can determine which one is a consonant and which one is a vowel is if the vowel is at the beginning of the word, it's a consonant, or if there are 2 consecutive vowels, then the second vowel is going to be the one that is actually a vowel, and the one before is going to be a consonant. And then there are also these things called sun and moon letters. So the word L, that is their word of the, and it makes words definitive. But there are some letters in which you pronounce L, and in some word, and then there are some letters in which like the L is actually silent. So the sun letters, they do not pronounce the L. So you'll see how ta, tha, da, the, ra, za, sin, shin, sa, da, ta, za, and then la and na. This word, like you see, like etinu, it has the L letter in there, but you don't pronounce it. It's just etinu. That's because it's a sun letter, which does not pronounce the L. The moon letters, they do pronounce the L. So e, be, ge, ha, cha, ein. Can't pronounce that. Nermaine can. Fa, ka, ke, me, ha, we, ya. They do pronounce the L. So elbeinu, like elbeinu. That does pronounce the L, and that's because it is a moon letter. And it just, like, it absorbs and it makes sense when you're speaking Arabic. And so, for an overview, that was a lot of information, I know. But an overview is that these past several months, I have been educated well, and that I was able to explain to you guys the Arabic system of language. And so that now, though, like, people come up to me and they're like, hey, say something in Arabic. I'm like, it's not that easy because it is such a beautiful and ancient language. But I have gotten to the point where, yes, I have the alphabet memorized. I know numbers 1 through 10, working on like 20 and beyond. And I am able to look at any piece of Arabic writing and read it and pronounce it. Will I know what it means? No, but I'm able to read the movements, and I'm able to like read those different letters and like look at the placements, and I'm able to actually read it, which is amazing. And so that is just something that I'm like super proud of, because I was like saying like, oh, you know, like, do I have much to show for my work? But as I was writing this, I saw, wait, no, I do, because I'm able to like read and explain to you guys the Arabic system. Whether or not you guys understood me, because I'm not as good of a teacher as Hermine is another story, but it's been so much fun. So the analysis, I would say, of this whole senior project is that I expected that Arabic would be hard, yet I did not process the fact that I would be starting at absolutely ground zero with the language, because, you know, for French, English, Latin, they have the same letters. That is like completely gone with Arabic. And although the popular way of learning language is to just do Duolingo and to just like try to pronounce it, it's much more complicated with that. And again, I just express my gratitude that I'm learning it fully. And so application, I am going to be continuing to learn Arabic with Nermeen in the future as the summer goes on, and then I'm hoping to join an Arabic class or club at Biola. Depending on the amount of people, you can make it a class or a club, because as I said, I want to be able to go to the Middle East and be able to actually talk with people, but evangelize with people, because as pastors have said, if you're able to evangelize to people in their own language, that's just going to hit home in a completely different way. Yeah. So I am just like so thankful for this opportunity. So shukran. Thank you.
Aww.